Are they going to check this corner? Even if he only gets one kill here, it's not necessarily the worst. They don't even look at it at all, but he whiffs! Nuke's going to get himself a freebie. That is a travesty, and, well, they may have got an early warning system, and the rotation is going to come in from ShahZaM, but if they can clear him out, they may have an easy round.
Yeah, that's going to be a nice third kill for Nuke coming in there, but Chuna into the teleporter for a double. Frost might be able to get something done on the side here and be the saving grace of the team. He's actually gone undetected on the box, but Avova swings around to check it. They know exactly where Chuna is, and G2 will take the first round. The pistol going their way, but considering the start to it, it got a little bit shaky towards the end.
So they're giving away their positions. Kellogg's also lurking in behind. Very happy to see him back on the sky. That was one of the changes we saw G2 make at Masters that I think turned them from... I think they actually lost to F4Q, and then in the second game when they changed things, they won, I think it was 13-3. So they made some massive changes on their composition, and it also puts Mixwell back on Viper, which I know will get you very excited as well.
Of course it will, especially on a map like Bind. No, they look to just hold W, but the rotates have come in. Anubis of 4 players on this side as G2 look to push on out. This is going to be a tough one. Nukia creating the space. He's up close. Already able to take one a second for Nukia. He spins on a dime for third. How have G2 gotten away with this? They've got the site, and now, once again, Frost is looking to make that retake happen. 1 versus 3. Sure, they're all on low health, but they've got the numbers advantages in this one. Oh, you nasty man. He's tagged him up through the smoke as well. What a round out of Nukia, man. Give him a Spectre against a full buy.
Krollo here, not really sure he's going to be able to get much done trying to swing onto the spike. A bit of a risky play considering no real teammates nearby to help him. The remainder being locked out. These deep smokes that G2 have been putting in just allow these close positions to be held. They've been dominating this site. The fact that they have defensive spawn control as the remainder of the players still try to rotate, I was going to say should make this round very easy for them, but it's actually pretty close.
Yeah, but it's where they use their Viper essentially as the primary smoker, and then they plug up any holes or get extra aggression off of the Astra, plus then use her more directly aggressive abilities for things like this, locking them out. Look at that star that goes down. That's not really going to allow anybody on Anubis to come up through middle and try to get that space. So instead, they just run away. They're legging it towards the B side to save these weapons through for the next round, and that will be 5-0 for G2. Sure, they lose 2 players in the end. Oh, they're even hunting them down. Look, Mixwell's so close.
Why not?
To catching them. Oh, but they're clearing it. G2 won't be fooled. They won't give away any space, but Shalabi's good for the trade at least.
Yeah, the rest of the team have managed to make their way through long, but they've got the deadly duo of Anubis holding down the side, and it's a nice reaction shot. It still comes down to a 1 versus 2. Now, the remaining players actually don't have the weaponry available to them, but the reposition from Nuke gives them an opportunity.
Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. The Viper ult coming out of bathroom, great space control. And this puts Anubis in a really tough position to try and hold on. Actually, Krollo gets dropped immediately. That's Lamb's control out of their hands. They're going to rotate Shalabi in to try and fight for it. And he's good for a nade kill onto Kolda Mensa. But a bit more needed and delivered again and again. Shalabi surprises us. Still holding down that Lamb's control. G2 hunting him, looking to really push into him, completely avoiding the Viper ult. Mixwell goes on to Juna. But Shalabi still holding strong. This man is keeping the round alive until Avova steps in and says that's enough. Another round for G2.
We're going to see the Cosmic Divide, but this actually almost gives that extra space for Kellogg's to play with. Around it, the timing couldn't be worse, though.
It's halfway.
He's going to at least be able to hold on to the other side, and as you said, they managed to get the spike halfway, so it has to be a play through it now as they dive past. They're still using, but Kellogg's comes up with a double, and they close out the round in a split second. 8-1 in favor of G2. They are utterly dominating at this point.
I think Tuna blinked. Of course he does, yeah. He's got the Sheriff one-shot headshot, bro.
No fear.
No worries at all. But a big problem here, you know, he saw Anubis set up another bait-and-switch play inside of Hookah, but it's not... Whoa! Mixwell doesn't even need a gun. That's just...
Look how much control they have. I don't think I've ever seen a team take this much control. He was fighting their spawn with his utility and just like trying to aim it. Like, they're still fighting the spawn.
Yeah, this is desolation. It looks like G2 are smurfing with some of these. Like the way that they're able to take so much control. Now, A lot of control already going their way with the Viper's Pit. Mixwell is just dominating. The fact that he has Viper's Pit online and he's hunting, that just shows the confidence, doesn't it? Showstopper right onto kyedae. What they don't know, keloqz has been tagged up by that 19 health remaining, but his position completely unknown. And as they push forward, well, maybe it's not completely unknown. They're checking it a lot. Seem to have some sort of idea that he's in that corner.
I respect it. Maybe they saw him, or maybe they saw a piece of utility. It looks like they are going to be trying to hard clear it, I'd hope. But never mind, he still hits the shot. keloqz so low, and now it's up to Krollo. As I said, he hadn't got any kills up until this point. But he's found 3 in this round, into the 1 versus 1 versus Avova, who has been unstoppable so far, barely dying in any of these rounds. He has no idea. He's slowly sneaking up behind him. And Avova, he is the rock of this squad. He has been holding on to map control, and he will hold on to the clutch as well. Oh, I'm enjoying this so much. The screen blocks them from rotating. The dart scans the player in heaven. They have all the information they could possibly need, and the ding is even connected. But Mixwell is still standing. Tuna needs a kill, and his teammate's just too far away. This round from G2 was gorgeous. It didn't go to plan initially, but the way they adapt, the way they play the rotations.
Whoops. Well, that's sped up pretty quickly. Fast rotations, evidently something that Anubis are a fan of. They're managing to take over the A site, and by the looks of it, get the spike down, but Nukia's hot on their heels, starting to come up behind. Frost still delivering shot after shot. Nukia dealt with, and keloqz is all alone. 1v2, that Viper's wall coming down, and now they've spotted him. They know exactly where he is, and the double peek to close it out. Well handled by Anubis, and a necessary pistol round. If they lose that, the game's already over, but now they have at least a small chance. Maybe not. Hunter's Fury's going to be activated already. Frost looking to catch some players off. Mixwell now known to be up close. I'm surprised Astral Form is still being used here. That was a big risk, and they're getting all the kills. Anubis overrunning the A site. kyedae is going to try his best, but that tag coming out of the shock dart was perfect. Anubis are showing up here on the attack. It looks like we're going to be good to push up to 4.
Yeah, I guess never mind. If you can win the round with the pistols and the SMGs, then it really isn't too much of a problem. So, hey, a 4th round looking almost guaranteed. The remaining players of G2 are just going to look to try and save themselves.
You can see Anubis not even wanting to hunt down. They don't want to send them out and try to, well, it's only Krollo, really. Let's see what he's going to be able to do with this. That Viper wall up just in time. They're going to walk on through it. It's so easy with the judge this close. And a player trapped. ShahZaM's going to be taken down right away. This is a disaster as Mixwell maintains control, gets an upgrade, and watch the wall go down. He's ready to take a fight right after. But and there it is. Aves gone, dropped. This is a judge out of Mixwell. 3 kills and a double sheriff to close it out. Ridiculous stuff as it goes 12-4 to Anubis.
Like, I was sat there just looking at that screen, just like, he's going to do something ratty with this, and I'm going to love it and hate it at the same time.
Well, of course. And look, there we go. Straight away, the trade's in for Aves, but Avova, I don't know. He's hit Frost to 10 HP as well.
Whole clip.
Absolutely ridiculous. Flash out of Aves. He's continuing the push, but the counter flash for keloqz is too strong. And now Anubis have practically nothing left to work with. 10 HP on Frost. It's all on Krollo, and he really hasn't had the best of games so far. This is looking like a clean first map for G2.
They also have the dart available to hunt for information, but with Nukia elevated, it really isn't much of a problem. The Viper left to try and fight it alone, and the trade is fast out of the side from G2. A 13-4 domination. Their map choice looking clean.
Yeah, keloqz looks incredibly excited to win.
I will say there's no one there.
Strong mid push here. Lots of presence out of Anubis. They're only holding the B site with Cypher utility. ShahZaM be able to take the kill onto Mixwell. A valuable frag to have right off the bat. That camera no longer going to be a problem in covering flanks, and they still have their own cam on the site ready to catch them as they push back on into B. Retake for Anubis off to a flying start with Zizo making his presence known on this server. And someone needs to step it up with a lot of kills with Avova and keloqz left alive. It's still very much possible. Avova even starts it off with the first. keloqz eating that shock dart and then a bullet right afterwards. This round looks like it might just be done.
Yeah, they can defuse. There's absolutely nothing he can do to try and fight off this corner, and they even had a cage or 2 left. I do think this map, especially in the style of which Anubis liked, I catch him off. He's almost selling this as a bit of a fake. In fact, they're pulling rotations away. Now, there is still going to be Cypher available to watch over this site and will spot out Mixwell, giving that extra information away. Zizo just picking off his opponent, and just as that happened, we see the screen go up. This is a lovely little crossfire out from Anubis. Now, 2 kills, that's decent for G2. Anything more for Kellogg's? Well, we're getting towards Bladestorm territory.
Yeah. Looking to hunt someone down. No idea. The Viper's up close. The dash still online. Saves his life this time around. The no-scope attempt. I like it, but it's not going to connect. Unfortunately, Krollo shutting it down with a triple. That's going to be Anubis 2-0.
Ready.
Toxin screen down.
Deep push coming through. Now, they are going to get the information, but the problem is, at this stage, it really doesn't matter. The B site's already fully under control. There's also Cypher utility, which is going to be triggered, so they know exactly where the rotation's coming from Anubis at this point. In fact, there's already multiple players watching, even using the Sova drone late into the round just to make sure that they're clearing every single angle. So there's going to be no extra surprises here for G2. It's just whether or not this can be a little bit costly at least, and for now, it's not looking likely.
Yeah, with Zizo so low, although it didn't matter. Quick headshot from Nuki to finish it off. A little bit of disrespect thrown in. Not a single player drop for G2. He's so quick. ShahZaM, his decision-making on point, swapping over to that rifle, able to close in the distance and hold it down by himself. This is where things can get a little bit dangerous. Oh, well, that was trippy. Mixwell able to catch the kill on the Frost. Now the site looks to be theirs. They still need to clear out ShahZaM, and they know it. Now with a rifle in hand, a little bit less threatening. But he can take on a couple of players, maybe not. Nukia quickly dispatching him. And the plant will come through. Mixwell still up close. And that's a headshot through the wall. Aves just about surviving it. But how can they get back in at this point? Aves' position is known, and they'll suspect Zizo to be coming through mid any moment now. There's even a trap wire waiting for him. He either has to jump over the top or trigger it and give away his position. He goes for the latter. Knowing where Mixwell is, it's the right call to try and isolate that duel to start. But it doesn't look like he's getting anything for his trouble. The time now starting to become an issue. He needs to get a move on quite quickly. And there it is. Now just a 1v1. Nukia on the back site, the final player to try and run this clock down. But the time is just too low at this point. Zizo has no choice but to go and save to the next round. Or to get dropped by Nukia as he attempts to. 2-2. G2 getting away with that one. But considering it was a full buy from Anubis, I wouldn't read into the fact there's only one player left alive. Another kill for him on this Marshall, and things start to get pretty scary for G2 now. Man disadvantage and weaker weapons that they're going to play against. Plus, they gave up all their A control, so there's almost no option to go back with 40 seconds left. They have to go B, and splitting through mid is going to be their solution to this problem.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried as well in terms of information for the defensive side. It does seem like they've tried to switch their gaze a little bit to at least cover it, but there's going to be so much space taken already. They're going to have spawn control they can watch.
Nice.
Mixwell, though, is actually going to get dropped. And now they actually have the neural theft. For once, it's going to play a huge part because they know the remaining 2 players are trying to wrap back around. It's been an unbelievable round from Krollo, but Avova might not be done just yet.
Yeah, that's big. Oh, the shock dart right on him. That is pinpoint accurate bullseye to take Avova down and eliminate the threat, as well as obviously getting rid of the Viper's pit. That is a beautiful round from Anubis, one that, watching for the push through, he's seeing the utility. This is the first time we really see that shift with weapons in their hand. The Bladestorm trying to move into A, but nothing is found. It's a brick wall. And the defense for Anubis. A few missed op shots coming out of ShahZaM, though. Doesn't seem to matter.
He's so confident in the way that he plays these angles. He's running around with a classic at the end. I like it. I like it, you know. Disrespect them. Put them in their place. It's going to be 4-2. Like, okay, they know that they're not on A at the moment, but he was still lurking just outside the spawn, so it still means this hold is going to be important. But with both Viper and Cypher here, the 2 almost Sentinel players looking to try and lock things down, Krollo trying to hold back the push. Avova just goes swinging through it, though. Gets rid of him, at least for now.
They can't find the trap wire.
Just hitting everything.
Mixwell couldn't find the trap wire. That's an interesting positioning out of Anubis on the utility, but it might not matter yet again. Good shock dart in to deal damage, but it's a 1 versus 3 in the end. Aves having to push his way into the site. We saw him already find 2. This is for the ace clutch to close out the round, but he's up against so much. There's Cypher utility. There's an operator in play. You've got Avova who's already showing up massively on that back right site. And getting close to them is going to be the big challenge.
I think they've seen him.
He's hoping someone peeks him at this point. Gives away a 1v1. But there's no opportunities really given past that kind of jump peek angle. There it is. Okay, reload in. Avez, very low on time though. He's got to go now. Rushing forward to try and do this, and 4 kills will not be enough. Great round from Avez, but even despite that, G2 will close in the gap.
Spot time is going to be everything. Well, there you go. I'll know that Fundamenta's going to be spotted. Seeker's thrown out once again to try and clear out some of the back site, and they will get quite a bit of information of the 2 positions of the remaining players, but they've used utility to hold them back, at least for the moment.
They should expect Krollo to be here. Been playing the back side for quite a while. Nuki is showing up on a Guardian, and Fundamenta sneaking through middle good to take down Krollo. This is where you're probably thinking about a save. Not with a bullet in your head, you're not. Frost caught lacking, leaving Zizo all alone. A Vandal at hand, and it's one of the few things they can have for the next round, so saving it definitely makes sense. You can see on his face, he is not happy.
Bring the Operator into future rounds for keloqz, which, as you sort of mentioned, is such a big map. It's a weapon you want to see played. Oh, that could be a problem. He's going to be caught at the back of sight. They've got the information that he's there, but can he pull off an absolute miracle shot? What is that coming out from ShahZaM? He then pulls the Bladestorm in as well, and he's been picked out of the air from keloqz. Somehow, this comes into a 1v1 scenario. A few crazy shots connected, but it all comes down to this.
keloqz has baited him out and missed the shot. Zizo gets away with it, and Anubis push up to 5. The fake plant, the Operator holding the angle, but it doesn't make a difference. G2 lose out on the round, and you have to say Shalabi again, the key man in making that happen.
Legged him.
Starting to go back though and provide a bit more support. They're getting pressured in on this A site, and that's when Avova chooses his moment to start walking on forward, start closing the distance, but he gets caught. Yeah. Okay, Nuki just walked up mid. He's taking a frag for free. They've got a spike plant coming in, but the numbers are still even. There's still a shot for Anubis to pull this one off. They've got to find a pick. They can't allow G2 to set up in post plants.
Especially that they've still got mid control. This is going to allow them to basically gamble that every single player is coming from a similar direction. And even if they have to push through tube, timing is going to be absolutely everything here. And instead, I think there's just too much information currently available for G2. It's going to be a quick trade. keloqz unable to connect, and he actually dashes into the remaining man. Now Nuki's got to try and run all the way back towards the site. They haven't actually tapped the defuse, but this shot is everything. If Shalabi lands, he wins the round, but instead, the swing comes in. Avez still has enough time to get off the defuse and kill his opponent, and then defuse the spike in the end.
There's the deep flash on B. That confirms it. Now they're going to shift their focus completely. The door about to be opened by Shalabi, but that gives away to Mixwell that his timing is right, that he's going to be able to get up close. They even pop the Viper's Pit. This is almost faking out the paranoia. They're like, oh, maybe we can be shot from a couple different angles. And no, Mixwell's actually covering it. Now has an Operator to work with as well. That trap bar is going to be destroyed, but it doesn't matter. Avez still needs to connect the shot afterwards. He's low HP. Mixwell going to be shot and taken down. Pushing into this Viper ultimate, though, is really where the trouble begins. The foothold easily found for G2, and as Anubis walk on into here, look where Avova is. He's up close and just spraying, praying, and taking them all with him. 6-5. G2 not letting Anubis run away with this half. They've spotted out the players towards spawn as well. Such a mixed bag of a buy for Anubis.
It's getting a little bit awkward, but Fundamenta is still managing to find the shots. Frost has traded it back into a workable position, but they're just taking so much control once again. Spawn now firmly in the control of G2. They've only really got to worry about this flank as Avez is desperately low, but Fundamenta, he's watching it again. He's had a great round, and now Avez left on just 21 HP. Should have absolutely no chance of winning this, and G2 are going to equalize. 6-6. I still think for Anubis, it's not a bad half at all, especially on that defensive side. The only thing is, I really think it could have been more.
In the corner, he'll be expected. This is a normal position to hold, and the trade is quick for Anubis. The site now theirs, and a plant can be found. The numbers definitely not in their favor. Zizo goes down now. It's a 4 versus 3. G2 looking to mount that retake, and they have got them surrounded. 3 players, in fact, or 2 as it now stands, looking for the flank, 1 through mid, and 1 holding on in the spawn. That's Fundamenta, who's now going to fire a recon deep, try to give them the extra control. They've spotted Frost. He won't be able to get anything done. G2 walk out with the pistol on their defense, giving a plant over, but it's
Yeah, I think Avova just got a taste of his own medicine. Assuming they wouldn't push through any of that utility, and it's definitely become a problem for them. Now, in terms of ranged weaponry, I was going to say G2 have a fairly big advantage, and the swings actually coming out for Anubis are just feeding those extra kills. The remaining players are actually off-site, so they just have to hold back here. Night shocked out from Frost. He's actually done a hell of a lot of damage with the pistol. They're just spinning around! Surely this isn't going to work! And no, they actually deny the defusal. It comes down to 1 versus 1, and Krollo's going to land the shot. I'm not quite sure what I've just witnessed, but it's an Anubis win.
Oh, he's going to go through it at just the right time as well. Mixwell, you nasty... Why? He walked out the open. The players that were still in main just shoot him down.
It was bigger, you know?
It's interesting. Well, no kill coming out of Mixwell, and that's all left on Koldamenta. Fantastic recon.
Scan the wall, you know?
Out of my man, Koldamenta. He's like, hey, no one's pushing Colin, don't worry. 8-7.
That was a sick flash.
Drone's coming through. That's going to clear out Kellogg's on the back site. He's being pursued. Shalabi's still having a dash to play with, and he's on him. The tags, but Nukia saves the day, keeps his teammate alive. Kellogg's still going to be able to do damage, and there's the operator coming out, a saving grace. Having Nukia alive at least at the start, and now Anubis at a man disadvantage.
The amount of things that he's been caught by. And is still alive! Oh, the timing almost works, but again, an instant trade coming out from G2. Zizo still going strong. Krollo has found another, and Avova seems a little bit late to the party. The clock ticking. He needs to get a move on.
I'd almost say the rest of the team is a little bit too eager to get in there. Not even having their smokes down. That orb's still leaving a pretty big gap, and he's going to tap it to start with, baiting Zizo into a fight, but the fight is won by Zizo. Anubis, 9-7, and you know what? Tuxedo might have been right. These guys, they were very slow to start. They looked sloppy. They looked terrible when it came to bind, and right here...
In all honesty, it's not a bad setup, but those Seekers are going to make things just that little bit more awkward. The dash through, actually, Shalabi just going to go through alone. He takes the tank off that utility, but he eliminates Avova. He's still going to deal with Kellogg's, though. And this is the danger man in this round, still lurking around within the shadows, but he's dealt with by Avez. It leaves just a couple of players standing. But UK, he's been looking hot to trot with this Guardian so far.
30 seconds till a flash comes online. If he can just stay alive on that backside, even conceding a plant would be okay, because look at Mixwell on his way up behind. The plant's going to come in, pretty much no problem. They've got the angles on lockdown, and look at... He stepped... Now, he saw Mixwell! I don't think he realized he just saw him, and Mixwell, now creeping down on him, is going to have a free kill, you'd imagine! But Krollo, the timing of a god, manages to catch him off. Nukia spammed to 11 HP, and this is set to be double digits for Anubis. There's practically no way for G2 to get away with this round. It's only a matter of time before that double swing comes in. And Nukia goes down. There's even a flank out of mid, and it's going to be Krollo to close it. Double digits for Anubis. A 3-round lead, and a clean attack so far. Maybe now it's changing up, though.
I'll be honest, I'm not surprised. Why would you not go this way when you've won the battle almost every single round? I like the further aggression coming out from Nukia, giving them a little bit more in terms of options, but they've moved him out of that Viper's Pit, at least for the moment. Now, he's got the snake bite to at least delay them that little bit longer, and actually, Zizu has just walked into A. He's actually got himself an operator as well, so if they try and peek back into this, it could be a little bit more of a problem, and UK knows this. He's going to try and challenge versus the players rotating through mid, but they will now know at least that this is going to be an A hit.
Camera taken out.
Now there's the plant just starting now. You're going to see Avova leave that Viper's Pit and start to rotate over. He still has his wall online, so I don't want to see too much movement coming out of G2, but again, they're going forward before he's even anywhere nearby. Looking to force this fight, and luckily this time around it is working. Avez, you've given away the round now. There's no way he can stop this defuse. Even if he killed everyone there, he couldn't get around there in time. Look at where Mixwell was, just tucked in. The second that door opens, round's done. G2 now sit happy in a 4v4, at least considering how they start.
Oh, no!
Oh.
No! Delete the VOD.
Delete it.
I don't want to see it again.
Luckily, we haven't got Joey here, so we shouldn't get a slow-mo replay of that.
Please. I don't want to see that again.
2 versus 3, both players coming in through B main. You're actually seeing Avova completely locked out by those walls, one of which is his.
Using this to almost create a corner where they'll be hidden. Actually, they're going to try and re-aggress with this, maybe realizing that it will be difficult to hold on this site in any other way. Avaz, he's going to land that first shot and already spots onto the second, but the spike gets dropped. He now has to try and cross back just to give them a chance. It's actually at the back corner as well. I don't even know if he's going to have enough time to cross back over. They're not actually going to peek him, though. So he will have that plant, but instantly we see that run back around, completely denied by G2. It's not going to work out this time for Anubis, and again, I see that drone going through alongside the flashes. Seeker's thrown out as well, but two players almost instantly dropped. In fact, keloqz has managed to find another one. Avaz needs to be a hero here, and his teammate is way too far away to do anything. A solid hold coming out from G2, starting to see the stars align, and not today. No, sorry, not today. No one home. No one home.
Oh, well, I mean, that does work. It does technically tag him up, but the problem is he doesn't care because you can't shoot him.
Can we do this for a whole minute?
Yeah, he's going to stand in the snake bite at the thing. Now, of course, I like the attempt by Krollo, but it's just not going to work out. And in a 1 versus 3, 45 seconds, spike down in the open, operator on keloqz holding him. Dash not online. Oh, okay, and he's going to be punished. That's a very good start. Deep flash, he was ready for it, heard it coming. Swing out for more. Oh, Krollo, it's getting dangerously close now. He had the opportunity for them to line up, but it is double digits for G2 in the end. Around, they're more than happy to win. The operator even going to be saved over, and take a look at Anubis right now. They're starting to sweat. Yeah, he's had a really tough time holding down the site so far. Let's see what answer he's got this time. The first goes his way, but Avaz quickly shuts him down. The plant being attempted with 10 seconds left. If Koldamenta found a kill, he would have had his ulti online, but he gets shut down right afterwards. Plan successful, and a great shot returned as keloqz falls. Mixwell quickly keeping the numbers even, but they still need to worry about that operator tagging him up. Avaz down to 30 HP. The fight for the backlines is going to be where it's decided. Zizo needs to win this one for Anubis to stay alive here, and he's taken down, leaving it on to Avaz. 30 HP and an operator. It will not be enough. 11 rounds for G2 and a crippled economy for Anubis. This is not looking good, Tom, as the rounds tie up. Again, it doesn't matter where keloqz goes. There's a drone waiting for him. Tag comes in. Hunter's Fury activated. Mixwell in a little bit of trouble. He's being pressured in from middle, but main will not be an issue. Not as keloqz holds it down, but Frost quick to react. Bladestorm popped. keloqz able to turn for a third, and now it's all on to shahZaM. Backside. The first is his, but 3 more to go. Shock Dart almost hits him right in the head. He'll close the distance here looking for a kill, but with a Spectre in hand, his chances were slim to none. 12-11, G2 on map and series point. They have come down from quite a deficit right back into the lead. Now moving back in towards this A site. Yet again, Anubis want to hit it, but there's 4 players ready on the G2 side, and Mixwell's already taking down Avaz. Oh, you can see where I am? Cool, I'll just spray you down. And Koldamenta, baby! Let's see how it works. Shock Dart's coming in. Odin spraying away. Anubis in dire straits. That Shock Dart lands right on shahZaM's feet, leaving him on 38 health. Trapped on the site with the spike in hand. His teammates want to help him out, and Zizo will actually catch the mid flank. That's perfect. They've got a lot of control. Oh no! Krollo gets completely baited out by the Q. Zizo luckily trading, but Mixwell keeps it alive and closes it out with a classic. 4 kills for Mixwell, 13 rounds for G2, and they take this first series with ease, at least on the first map. Right here, Anubis definitely challenged them a little bit more, though.
Yeah, it's one of those things